Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about all the things scrappy goals. Disclaimer, I have never made scrappy goals before, so this will be new. We will definitely see what that entails. So, I actually decided to kind of think about what I want my scrappy goals to be this year. And I also need to take into effect that I am a mom of a 2-year-old, so it's got to be reasonable. And so one of my I think I have 3 main goals, and you break it down into each one. So my first goal is to organize my space and redecorate it. My room has not been painted. It just doesn't really scream scrappy or craft room or even office. So I definitely want to look into getting some artwork done and just kind of doing something to where this is kind of my happy place where I can go. So with that being said, I also want to organize my space. And that is what you're looking at right now, is my, just my stuff that I have. So I saw Janet's posts or videos. I've been watching them for a while now, and so inspirational. It's just amazing. And what she does is she does the same exact thing that I do. I scrap by color, which is very interesting, that it's actually a thing. Some people scrap by collections. I just always have scrapped by color. I'm more of a visual person, so if I can see it and then pick out colors, that works for me. So I would have these boxes, and I'll show you guys without making you sick. All the way up there, those boxes were all filled with flowers. And I mean, like, these flowers right here were just thrown in there. So what I ended up doing is I made what Janet does, basically a color box, and I put all the flowers into a bag. So like there's my black, and then like here's my gray small ones, here's my gray big flowers. I don't have a whole lot of them, but I would just have them in there. And so I thought it would be awesome, because when I saw her boxes, she actually had other things too. And so what I was realizing is that I would go to my flower boxes and grab a flower, because that's my thing. I love flowers. Each person has their own thing, and mine is definitely flowers. And it would be so hard to find what I need. And then I would get frustrated. I would just use the thing on top, and I would have my bling all like in their packaging, and just, that was it. And so I would just run and get my scrapbooks or my flowers. That's it. I wouldn't be using any of my other things. My brads, let me show you what they were in. My whole, like anything that was embellishments was in here. And then over here, I'm going to swing you over, I would have all my buttons in those containers. And you can see that they are actually empty, because I have them in their scrap bins. And I love it, because I can use, these are all my beads, and these actually were in that thing up there when we moved into our house 4 years ago, and they were in these bags. So that tells you I haven't taken them out. They were basically in here because during the move I didn't want them to get messed up, and they were left like that. So that is one goal of mine. I'm actually almost done all of that, getting my bins ready, and I figured this would be nice because I can actually just use my bins and just take it out and use it's a perfect way for me to use all of my stuff. And so I'm not going to put a number on, I'm going to use half of my black or half of my silver. I'm just going to try to use as much as my stash as I can this year. So that is also an organizing thing that goes into my other goal, which I have organizing and cleaning up the room as one, which I will go into more further detail about different organization things that I want to do. But before I get into that, I also want to go on a budget, like a spending freeze. And that means I don't know if I'm going to, this one is kind of up in the air, so I don't know if I'm going to spend, like, wait until half of the year and go and buy some things, or if I'm going to give myself a budget. I still don't know the details of that, and I will let you know once I figure that out. But I definitely want to be on some kind of budget and track it. The third main goal that I want to do is I want to make things for people, and that's what we love to do, is make things. So I want to probably start off with one layout a week and one card. I want to try to make at least 1 or 2 cards a week. And I have some goals that I want to do with making a gift for some people in my life, some special people. So I definitely want to do that, as well as scrap for myself and join in on challenges and just kind of have a crafty outlet again. But I have to be sure that I can obtain, doing one layout a week, especially since I'm a mom. We all know how that is. So that is my 3 main goals that I want to do. So decorate, reorganize. I want to go on a spending freeze and use my stuff, and then I want to create and just try to track what I am creating and show you guys what I'm doing. I would love to do more than one layout, so 1 layout a week, but I'm gonna at least start off with 1 layout. So the next thing I'm going to do is we'll talk about my organization goals. So I already started with my boxes. I'm going to move you over here. I started with my paper, and I just basically took what Janet kind of does with the color coordinating. These were all over the place. I want to turn one of these into a base page book, so that way it's easier for me to make base pages and go and scrap a little bit quicker. I started working on my scraps, so I actually took Janet's advice and made my little border things. So this is my scrap paper, and so I definitely want to use this up and actually kind of start making 4x6s and stuff like that, so that way it's easier for me to mat. I did start organizing my paper, like I said, so these are all my collections, so I want to start using these a little bit more. Some of these only have 2 pages left, so I want to work on those. That's why they're on top. And then I don't have as many what are these called? Paper pads. But I do have a lot, and I want to use as much as I can. So I already organized them a little bit. This is all that I have, not a whole lot. And then down here is actually my loose paper. So I want to use some of this up. I want to use my 6x6s. Here's my cards. I already organized them by color. so it's easier. Here's my thickers. So I actually want to go through these and clip off the top. So that is a goal of mine. And then I want to start working on embellishments. So these right here are my card, or what are these called? Tags. So my tags and some frames in here. So I definitely, like, they're just laying there. I want to make them a little bit easier to access and use. Sorry if you hear that beeping. It's my daughter's thing that's going off, her monitor. So I have to go plug it in soon. I want to organize my ribbon. So this is another thing. It's just a little bit insane right now. So I kind of want to go through it and really figure out what I want to do with that. This is more ribbon. Actually, this is more like thread or whatever. So I have that. I do want to make washi cards for my color boxes. So that is another like organization goal. I do want to try to make a inventory binder for my punches, and then for my stickers. No, not stickers. Well, I do want to do stickers. See, that's really heavy. For my stickles, which are up there, I have to go through them. So then comes the stickers. Like I can't do anything with this. So I am going to try to make sticker books, which Janet has made, because I think that would be so much easier for me and so much more fun to kind of have my embellishments all together in one place. And then I don't have a whole lot of stamps, so maybe just using them more. That would be a lot of fun, to use my stamps, and then also to use my Cricut. I don't know if I said this before, but I want to use my Cricut more, and just do more challenges. But yeah, so that is my scrappy goals. I want to know down below in the comments, what are your scrappy goals for 2020, if you have any, or if you're going on a spending freeze. I know it's definitely going to be a little hard for me, but it'll all be worth it in the end. I'm just excited to finally try something new, and with my organization, and see how it works. Oh, and one other thing, I do want to organize, I had this out, my ephemera and my journaling cards. So journaling cards and frames, all that stuff, because right now clearly they're not being used, either one of them. My embellishments are all in that one. So yes, I would like to know what your scrappy goals are for 2020. So I hope you all have a great new year, and I can't wait to see what everybody creates. Bye.